Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the 2021 to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee in Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.
Crosses over, back onto the far side. Rips a shot, she scores! I'm Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. We're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes, as well as dozens of student organizations. Year after year, we've been ranked as one of the nation's best colleges, including being one of the most innovative institutions in the U.S. for our medical programs. Our campus is simply beautiful. Our student-to-faculty ratio is an incredible 13-to-1. That means more attention for you and a much better overall learning environment. We know how to put together an education that is life-changing, and these are just some of the highlights. From our communication arts program, to our many performing arts, to the home of business on campus, to our sciences and medical studies, we have the spaces where you can grow into the professional that you want to become. Our first-year student experience is award-winning. You'll make lifelong friends here, meet mentors, and maybe even meet that special someone. The Kane Student Center is open 24 hours a day, and there's a lot going on here. The Bulldog Beanery has all of your hot drinks. Pause and Go is our on-campus convenience store. The bookstore is where you'll get all of your Bulldog gear, and you can just hang out and study in the skyboxes. Not far away is the Shipman Library. The Shipman has quiet, relaxing spaces for you to study in. You can check out books from thousands of libraries around the country, and the Shipman is open 24 hours as well for your convenience. There are hundreds of learning opportunities on campus. In addition to the arts and beautiful facilities, Adrian College is known for its athletic programs. There is nothing like a Saturday game day here in Adrian. The Bulldog football team are 11-time MIAA champions. At Docking Stadium, fans watch soccer, lacrosse, football, and more. Just a few hundred yards away, Adrian College's basketball teams compete. In addition to basketball, fans can enjoy wrestling, acro and tumbling, and volleyball here. We also have a state-of-the-art weight room available to all of our students. When things heat up too much on campus, you can cool off with our ice sports. Our NCAA ice hockey teams are constantly battling in the national playoffs. Just a quick walk down the service drive, we feature one of the best baseball and softball programs in the nation at our level. Soon you'll be able to cross the street and watch men's and women's rugby take to the pitch as well. Our rowing, crew and top-ranked bass fishing programs compete out of the Adrian College Boathouse, a gorgeous facility just a 15-minute drive north on Devil's Lake. Our students know how to relax in their downtime. When they're not out and about, we have dozens of housing options on campus. With apartments right in the mix of things, you can pick what works best for you. We've also recently renovated a few of our housing options. Adrian College is a Methodist-affiliated institution that has been changing lives since 1859. The modern liberal arts education offered by our faculty is unrivaled. We can't wait to have you on campus and show you around. Visit adrian.edu to schedule a full campus visit today. We'll see you soon.
What if you didn't choose to become an Adrian College Bulldog? Surely you would have carried on with your education and could potentially be graduating elsewhere. But what would you have the honor of greeting Bruiser on campus? Would you have had the privilege of working alongside faculty that know your name? Would you have had the opportunity to learn and grow in an environment that is seeking the truth and dignity in all people? Would you have had a creative learning environment that is supportive of challenging you and achieving excellence in your academics, but also your personal and professional lives? This has been Adrian College's promise to us. Just as our families have promised to love us unconditionally and support us through the many peaks and valleys of our lives, Adrian offered a similar promise to us when they realized our potential by asking us to join them. While we have been busy navigating the many what-ifs of our time, none of which we could have imagined, we have indeed found the cane that holds our ribbons of excellence at Adrian to stand strong. Strength and tradition. A tradition that carries on from graduating class to graduating class. A symbolic reminder of the leadership carrying the motto, no victory without work. The Adrian College class of 2021 can proudly proclaim that we have earned our ribbon of excellence for persevering through a pandemic because of our hard work. We have had to learn how to best navigate the many what-ifs in uncharted times. While some of the what-ifs have been answered, it is now up to each of us to embrace and navigate on our own. What if I take that job? What if I decide to continue on for postgraduate endeavors? What if I decide this? What if I decide that? No matter what, you'll be able to face your tomorrow knowing that you are a member of a pack, the Adrian College Bulldogs class of 2021.
Part of the family here at Adrian College are the friends we've made. These friends have gone to games with you, shared late night tales with you, explored downtown with you, and joked around with you at Ritchie. They were in the library with you at midnight studying for the 8 a.m. exam you forgot to study for. And they're there when you cried because you failed that exam. These friends are your new family members now. You will stay in touch with them forever, even if it's just liking their Facebook post about the new puppy they just got. Parents, family, and friends, we cannot thank you enough for everything you have done for us. Thank you for the support and the opportunity for this moment to graduate from Adrian College. You have helped us reach our dreams and goals in life. Congratulations, class of 2021. We finally made it.
Adrian College has once again found itself on the 2022 U.S. News & World Report Best College Rankings. This is the 8th straight year that Adrian has been named to the top regional colleges Midwest section. Adrian College was also named the most innovative school in the regional colleges Midwest category. In addition, Adrian received accolades in Best Value in undergraduate teaching within regional colleges Midwest. Adrian College was also named in the top first-year experiences by U.S. News & World Report. This marks the 13th consecutive year that Adrian has appeared in U.S. News & World Report. To see the full rankings, visit their website. For more information on Adrian College, visit adrian.edu.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
I'm Dejan Hughes, and I'm a senior in the class of 2021.
My name is Megan Abbey. I'm from the class of 2021.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Parisi, and I'm the class of 2021.
Wow. As far as working for ACTV, the first thing that comes to mind is honestly the community. Like, the people that I work with are amazing, all the way down from Jay at the top to the last guy that only gets to work one stream a week. It's just the energy that is around is always awesome.
It's a perk that you get free access to the games, but I absolutely love it. We have a great culture here, and then I was able to work my way up to a student director position, but I get so much creative freedom. I get to work in arenas and sports and environments that I absolutely love and enjoy.
ACTV has brought so many experiences and memories that I'll take with me to grad school and even beyond. It's been such a blessing to be a part of the team, and everyone's just so welcoming, and I've learned so much directing and using the camera and many other things.
If you do want to get into this stuff, I say do it, and do it quickly with ACTV, because not only is it a great community, but you'll also learn a lot and be prepared for the future.
I think what I'm going to miss most about ACTV that's not the free software that I get as a student would definitely be the people and the culture that we have here. Just the connections that I've made, the students that we have, just the family that we have here. I'm definitely going to miss everyone a lot.
I'm going to miss everyone. I think everyone's just been so great. I love the atmosphere. It's definitely another family away from home. I think directing is going to be something I miss, but just interacting with everyone during our meetings on Tuesdays, and just the atmosphere, I think, is going to be the biggest thing.
DJ, Megan, Caitlin, I know I told you this was going to be a promo about ACTV. Well, it's actually a promo about you guys. Your leadership as seniors has helped me guide the program since taking over at the beginning of January. I would not have been able to do it without you three. Now, I know your time is done with ACTV at the end of the semester, but I know you're going to do so many great things in your future endeavors. I wish you the best of luck.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
welcome to Arrington Ice Arena here in Adrian, Michigan, as we get set for this ACHA matchup between the visiting Roosevelt Lakers and your Adrian College Bulldogs. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today here on ACTV. My name is Alex Herman, bringing you today's play-by-play coverage. Happily joined alongside me by Calvin Keys. Calvin, how are we doing today?
Doing great, Alex. And for Adrian, I think they have a lot of momentum heading into this game. They took down Roosevelt last night 11-0. 9 different Bulldogs scored. So I think the Lakers, a little bit of the underdog in this one, but Adrian can't get cocky, still have to take care of business this afternoon.
Couldn't agree with you more. Should be a good one here. Puck's at center ice. Referee waiting for the signal. As we get set to start this matchup.
Yep, starting lineup for the Bulldogs, Sheldon Nolan and Brody Thornton on defense. Matthew DeCesare, Cameron Armstrong, and Connor Smith at forward, and Dylan Knighton between the pipes. As for Roosevelt, they've got Nate Brown and Nick Privatera on defense, Griffin Lehet, Zach DeMarcy, Tanner Hallett as their offensive unit, and Josh Brown between the pipes after he came on in relief of Paulo Supa last evening.
We'll see how he does in this start of the game. Quick shot on from the point was sent along by Nolan. Couldn't find the target as it was blocked in front. A chance there, short side save. Shoulder to side as this kicks up towards the blue line. It's Sheldon Nolan up at the point. He's not able to keep that puck in. It's softly dumped into the left corner. A hard hit there. As we're up in neutral ice, Nolan able to shovel that one in. Didn't have a lot of mustard on it, but he got it over. Knighton will make the first stop of the game for his team.
Adrian being coached tonight by Gary Estalos. Roosevelt, their head coach, is Billy Carr. See how Carr was able to adjust his team's defensive systems after they were left largely on their heels during yesterday's contest.
We'll see how they do it in this game so far. Face off right side towards Knighton. On the backhand up, Smith trying to chip that out. He couldn't get it and clear the zone. Cruz will come back up for Smith. He sends that around the half wall. It's stopped towards the blue line by Geiske. Horizontal pass coming over, left side. It's chipped out into neutral ice and then turned over. Gajewski. Smith is able to softly dump that below the red line. Couldn't make anything happen there. Lakers will come with possession. Sent around the half wall. Near side shot that sails high over the net.
One pattern that we saw in the game last evening was Roosevelt did a lot of hard work to win possession of the puck, but had some trouble putting together a consistent and clear breakout. So it's important when they win possession like they do here that they get it out of the zone promptly, and we see again just lifting into the benches, and I think that draw is going to stay in their end.
I think it's definitely something to note, the fact that you have such a deep roster with Adrian. Makes things very, very difficult on this Roosevelt team. There's so many lines. Every line almost looks like it's their first pairing, and they just keep rolling. They're going to come at you all night long, and it just doesn't stop.
Makes it difficult when you have a team with that much depth, as you said, Alex.
Continuing play. Left side corner. It's picked up behind the net and sent up. Now it's McLaughlin looking for a shot. That's blocker to side. Rebound chance in front. Here's Mott with a chance, and that couldn't find the target.
That's more of the same from Roosevelt's goaltender, Josh Brown. He came on in relief of Supa, as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast. Let in 6 goals on 31 shots, but he made 25 saves, and I don't think most of those goals were her fault. It was really just repetitive chances for Adrian.
McLaughlin had a quick snapshot off the blue line. In front of the net, it was Nash Hatcher. Had that just kick off of his skate and up into the netting. We'll get a whistle here. 17:32 left to go in the first frame.
I think tonight, if Roosevelt wants to keep this game close, the onus is more on the defensemen to cover those guys in the slot and clear people out of the crease. That's where Adrian made a living last evening.
Loose puck in front, scramble, and a shot, score! It was fumbled up in front of the crease. Nash Hatcher making sure he goes to the dirty area, as he collects his first tally of the night. Adrian up 1-0.
Yeah, as we just mentioned, just 4 Roosevelt Lakers in front of the net. Couldn't get it clear, fell perfectly to Hatcher, and that's where Adrian scored most of their goals last night. Have to get pucks out of those dangerous areas right in front of your goaltender.
Good awareness from Hatcher there, picking up the goal. 17-18 left to go, first period of play. Dogs are up 1-0 very quickly. Fife had it, lost it towards the blue line. DeConnier, that was Overval with it. Lost that in neutral ice. We'll get a whistle.
Interesting to see what happens here. I wonder, puck was, what did you see there? I'm interested why this
I'm
one's
not really
coming back
sure
out
what
to the
the
neutral
call
zone.
was. It could have been offsides. I didn't see it hit the netting, but referees did see something there, so we'll start our face-off in neutral ice just outside of the offensive zone of the Bulldogs. Fife had it on his backhand, tried to get that one off, but he couldn't. Circling once more, Fife with a shot. Looked like he got a piece of it. It was Josh Brown squeezing that right side blocker, keeping that attempt from going in. Overval at the faceoff dot, won it back. Nolan with a shot. That was just sent to the blocker side and wide. Now in the corner, back up to the blue line. Nolan once more with it. Drops it over. Fife had it on his forehand. Gives it back to Nolan. Nolan, quick pump fake there, and a blocker save by Brown. Glove down once more by Nolan. We've seen him a lot in this play so far, doing a good job to keep his team in the offensive zone. Max Finner for the Lakers had it, as Brody Thornton will take this. Quick rush up the left side. Glove down and held by Brown.
One of the things that I love about Adrian's defensive group is if they see the open ice, even regaining it in their D zone, they're going to take it. They always love to hop in the rush. Brody Thornton especially loves to do so, and just a nice play to drive wide and generate a shooting opportunity. Was looking for teammates to pass to, moving up ice, and didn't see any, so he took it himself and had a nice shot into the shoulder of Josh Brown.
It's always great to have offensive pressure and be able to rely on all your guys, so great observation there, Calvin. So we'll get an icing on the play. Knighton making sure that the referees knew that they needed to make a call, and they certainly saw that.
Speaking of offensive defensemen, I don't know you NHL fans around the hockey world saw it earlier this week, but Mitch Marner, prominent winger on the Maple Leafs, he's taking reps on D, so it's an increased emphasis for coaches to have defensemen who can contribute offensively as well.
Cruz able to bat that out of the air, keeping possession. With it, Smith with a shot. Hard shot from the point, rebound in front. Cruz not able to keep that in as it just bounces over the blue line. Dumping that in, change of personnel out for the Bulldogs. Gives the Lakers just a little bit of time to regroup. Bond with it. Didn't have an open man to pass to, so he elects to send that to the right corner. In his own zone is Metal. We'll send that up for Brum. Mott collecting in the defensive zone. Smith.
Ethan McLaughlin just fell in a heap on the far end of the ice, and with my experience playing defenseman, I know that scenario all too well.
Smith taking a shot. That's gloved and held by Brown. Looked like there was a little bit of a late hit there on Sebastian Smith. Either that or he just took a tumble. We saw some physicality last night. Interesting play at the halfway point of the first period. Be interesting to see if that carries over tonight.
Yeah, things definitely got testy yesterday evening, and we saw a late hit off of an offsides play, which caused one of Roosevelt's players, Vince Pallade, to be ejected from the contest and not in the lineup tonight either.
Down low, it's Brown who will drop that over, sent up. A turnover chance in front. Gajewski up for Mott. Quick little fake, they score! Great patience off the blue line of Nathaniel Mott. I believe this was tipped in front. I think it's Sebastian Smith who might be credited with this goal. Initial shot was taken by Mott, and then great offensive positioning right outside the blue paint. Seen a lot of in-tight goals so far. Dogs are up 2-0. 14-15 left to go in the first period. Hatcher will move play along. Far side corner, he battles for it. Comes away with it, takes a shot, a rebound chance, they score! Ethan Kelman. A quick response, no less than 30 seconds later. I believe that's going to be the first goal for the freshman out of Lethbridge, Alberta.
Yeah, again, just a lot of loose change around the blue paint, and Bulldogs are going to capitalize on that each and every time. Ethan Clement with pretty much a tap in there to make it 3-0 here in the first.
Seeing a lot of good traits out of the Bulldogs, like always. Offensive pressure is always there, and they're just going to keep coming, and they're not stopping. Thornton will fight his man off. A chance in front. Knighton will have to swat that away. Up at the blue line, a shot on, offsides. Jammer getting into it.
That's Zach Brum.
Might see some physicality start to pick up here. Obviously, we mentioned earlier the physicality and the tensions were running high throughout the game last night.
Yeah, one thing you see throughout college hockey when you play back-to-backs, typically the second game has a bit more physicality in it. Another thing that you typically see is when one team wins, it's really tough to follow up the performance with the second consecutive win. So far, Adrian's come out hot, and I've really liked their start.
Here's Fife, Hill Mohawk open. Toth will send it over. A chance sent in front was blocked off of the skate of Sullivan. Another chance in front. That's kicked aside quickly by Brown. Rebound in front. That's covered up for the whistle.
Henrik Overval right in front of the blue paint again. Thought that was going to trickle through the five-hole of Josh Brown, but he's just able to seal it up.
I think you might start to see a consistency here with where some of the shot patterns are coming from. It seems like the Bulldogs able to find the front of the net quite often, just looking for those juicy rebounds. They potted 2 so far, and likely they'll probably try and do it again. In his own zone is Bond. He'll send that up for Lindecker. On his forehand, cuts to the slot, takes a shot, gloved and held, rebound in front. Couldn't find the back of the net.
Far too much space, passive defending for Roosevelt as Lindecker's able to move all the way across the O zone and really pick his spot where he wanted to shoot from.
So calm and collected this Adrian squad is. While they definitely are working hard, the intensity is high.
It's really just surgical from their forwards. On those zone entries, they have plenty of time to figure out where they want to shoot from.
Smith with a move. He dangled inside out. That was almost put in. A good pad save there by Brown, as Adrian's absolutely on cruise control right now. Up at the point, it's sent low. Knighton will make the stop there. Rebound chance in front, and he gets a piece of it to send it to the far side corner. Circling up top is Badak. Another chance in front that's kicked aside by Knighton as that sails over the crossbar and behind the red line. Couple good stops there from the Adrian netminder, Dylan Knighton.
Well, it's tough when you haven't seen any shots in a few minutes to stay sharp, but Dylan Knighton able to do so, and a trio of quality saves.
Nolan not able to keep that in, but he'll send it over from McLaughlin as he sends that down low. A weird bounce there, kicked off the stick as DeJulo put the pressure on. Saucer pass from Nolan over to Smith. Glove down once more, D-to-D pass. Thornton in the slot, a chance in front, and right in the circular logo of Brown. Here's Lindecker with a shot, score! Up in front, in between the hash marks, Dylan Geiske. A nice snipe there from him, going glove side over the shoulder. Adrian up top, 4-0, 10:58 left to go in the first period.
Adrian showing why they were ranked third in the nation in the ACHA preseason coaches poll. They just continue their dominance here in the first period, up 4-0 now.
Doesn't look like they're letting up by any means. And this could start to get away from the Roosevelt Lakers pretty soon. Geiske, fake backhand pass. Tried to send that for Spate, but he couldn't. Thornton, quick little pump fake as it's up for Spate. Backhand pass over for Smith. He sends it down low as it rims around the half wall. Down low, it was Brown. He dropped that over for Perverta. Spate in between the hash marks. Backhand cycle down low for Jammer, and a nice hit as he sends his man down to the ice. Here's Cruz looking for a chance. Rebound in front. A bouncing puck was picked up and taken out of harm's way by Ryan Butt.
I really like that defensive play for number 62 in green, Nick Privatera, cutting off Sam Spate. Nearly a poor turnover there as the goaltender plays it. But as I was saying, Privatera really angled off Spate so he wasn't able to find the rebound.
Scrum along the half wall. Teams fighting for possession. Bond will take a shot, and that's kneed aside by Brown. Cruz tried to keep that in his own zone, but he couldn't. Coming the other way with it is Swiger. He sends a high shot, and that's on top of the netting. We'll get a whistle. Cruz got swatted at there. Some extracurricular activities going on behind the net.
That was an extremely odd bounce. The shot went over the goal, off the plexiglass, and then settled on top of the cage. Always an awkward situation. I think it was Jamer trying to cover the puck up with his stick, and then crashing in was the forward from the Lakers, Tanner Hazlitt, gave him a whack, and Jamer didn't take too kindly to it. Matthew Cruz came in to help out his teammate.
I'd be curious to see if there's any ruling on if the puck is on top of the net, if you can cover it as a player, if it's a penalty or not. Because obviously there's some rules when it's in the crease. But we didn't get any there. Physicality starting to pick up. McLaughlin along the right wing.
It's tough to know what to do in those circumstances because it just happens so infrequently.
Toth, D-to-D pass. One-timer chance that goes wide to the glove side. Clayman up for Toth. Looking for a lane. He takes a shot. That's gloved and held by Brown.
8:47 to go in this first period. Shots already heavily weighted in Adrian's favor as some more conversations being had near the Laker bench. It's 16-5 right now. Bulldogs have the lead in the shots on goal category.
You certainly have to be frustrated if you're a Roosevelt Laker coming off of an absolute beating last night, and it seems like it's going to happen again here in this game. Things starting to really get away from them. Well, they'll try and make a chance here as sending it off the half wall. Picked up in neutral ice is Mateto. Lindecker, good awareness there to get it out. Fife along the half wall. We'll drop that for Overval. He cuts in, drops it for Fife. Fife up for Toth. Horizontally over for McLaughlin. Fife once more behind the net. Tried to make a through-the-legs pass there. Couldn't find the target.
Those are the passes you have to connect on with the breakout if you want to keep possession, and it goes right back into Bulldog hands.
Here's Overval with a chance. Taking a shot. Rebound in front, and that was just shoveled high over the crossbar. Lynn Decker sent a hard hit. He lost his stick, shoved his man down to the ice. Here's Thornton with a one-timer, and that's soaked by Stepan Nozar.
A bit of a commotion going on the far side of the ice as it looks like Tyler Fife could potentially head to the box. We'll see what happens. Didn't see the signal from the ref. Still trying to figure out what the case is.
I think he's getting called here. He's being sent off.
He's 5-minute major on the clock, so is that 5 in a game for Tyler Fife?
I believe so. That's going to be end of Tyler Fife's night. I wasn't really sure what the call was. I sort of missed it there, wasn't looking in the right direction, but somebody took a tumble towards the Roosevelt bench.
Yeah, it was something after the whistle where Fife got tangled up with Max Pfeiffer of the Lakers as Sebastian Smith gets hit in the back with the attempted clear from the Bulldogs. And you wonder, just obviously referees a lot closer to the play. Maybe it was something said by Fife that they didn't like. Don't want to speculate, but what we do know is that Adrian has a hefty 5-minute penalty kill in front of him.
This is going to be a real test for this Bulldog squad. Obviously, you're up by 4. Huge lead in this first period, dominating on the shot clock as well. And they'll try and kill this 5-minute attempt off as the Lakers take to the power play 5-on-4.
This is important for Roosevelt. I feel like if they can build some sustained offense and maybe put a puck in the net, it would work wonders for their confidence.
Back behind the cage is Brown. He'll start the rush for Roosevelt. Finds his way to the puck once more. Makes a nice little move there. We'll chip it off the yellow kick plate as it's sent down low by Thornton. Spate started to rush in to collect, but he gets off for a change.
Adrian's neutral zone trap is really exemplary. Just look at the way they pursue the puck, always putting a stick on puck and a body on body, and that's how they win it back and send it down yet again.
So calm and collected, this Bulldog team, as we highlighted it earlier in the game as they started to pick up their offensive chances. With speed over the blue line was Hallett. Lost control, sent the other way. Adrian doing a great job so far of killing off this 5-on-4. Finner sent that up. It was lost once more. Adrian all over the puck right now. I don't even think Roosevelt's crossed over the blue line yet. Long pass up. It's Badak. Sent that over. Looking in front. That was cleared out of the way. And going to get it is Overval as he sends it down.
The compete level for these Bulldogs is just so high, winning a lot of 1v1 battles. It's tough to build any sort of attack when you're being pressured like Roosevelt is right now.
It's hard too, especially with the Lakers' short bench and the depth that the Bulldogs have, to try and find space. Likely the visiting team sucking for air right now. Doesn't seem like the Bulldogs are worrying by any means.
Again, Adrian just preventing Lakers from getting the zone entry.
It's even difficult to comment on. There's nothing really even going on, but coming the other way are the Lakers. They finally cross over. It was Thornton. He's sent hard into the boards. Jammer will get it on his forehand. Long saucer pass the length of the ice. We've seen this scene a couple times so far. Brown will stop that behind the net. Coming back to get it is McNeish as he'll lead the rush. Coming through neutral ice, it's Badak. He'll circle back and try and find a lane. Good pressure there from Hatcher to keep that further back in the defensive zone of the Lakers.
I do like the patience we're seeing from the Lakers here. They're not forcing passes, as this will be an icing. Up, waved off. Just as I said that, I like the patience from their defensemen, but then when you try to move it across the ice like that, it doesn't always work out the best. Again, the key is just to feel out the Adrian penalty kill. You have to take advantage of what they give you, but have to be patient, can't force it into pressure.
Down low up top, there was a pass sent towards the blue line. Nobody there to catch it. Once more, it's Nate Brown in his own zone, stopping and backpedaling below the goal line.
That's a positive sign for Roosevelt. They got the zone entry. Now it's just a matter of gaining sustained possession. Making improvements here on the major power play.
Here's Brown. Up the left side. Looking for the wraparound. That's sent up towards the point. A hard shot just goes wide towards the blocker side of Knight. 45 seconds left to go in the power play for the Lakers. No chances for them so far. Spinning off of it was Bajak. Good puck battle there. Nate Brown collecting up at the blue line.
Like what I'm seeing from Roosevelt's power play, they've finally gotten set up.
Quick cycle there up at the blue line. A slap shot that goes wide to the blocker side. Open net there. Couldn't find the wraparound. McLaughlin, a nice hit there behind the cage. Hard slap shot there. Rebound chance. Oh, and what a save there by Knighton. It was tipped in front and pinballed around a little bit. He was able to recover nicely as Toth will exit the penalty box. And we're back to 5-on-5 as the Bulldogs swiftly taking control of their penalty kill.
Good signs from the Lakers. Again, just the patience of moving it around the perimeter, waiting for an opening to present itself, and then trying to take advantage. Had some good chances in front, but Dylan Knighton, a big goaltender and an athletic one at that, making it difficult for them to beat him.
2:36 in the first period, racing up the ice was DeCesare, but he lost it. Smith got caught up in his own skates. Thornton sends a hard one that was bobbled up in the crease by Brown. Certainly a hard night for him, seeing 18 shots so far, only letting in 4. 2-on-1 chance, a hard shot. Quick riser there, goes wide to the blocker side of Knighton. DeCesare trying to fight for it. In his feet, lost control of it. Thornton able to get a stick on it. He gloves it down to himself. Fights off a nice hit there. Getting a whistle. Referee signaling a hand pass. Not sure that I would call it that. Palm was open from my perspective up here. But in the end, it's the referees who know best, so.
Can always go either way. Nearing the first intermission. I think it was 2-0 last night after one period of play, and Adrian have doubled that lead heading into the first break of tonight's game.
Offensive drone won by the Lakers. A shot coming off the point was Gage McNeish. It's tipped up into the netting. We'll get another whistle.
This is a tough way for Roosevelt to start their season. This is their first weekend series against Adrian, but the good news is you can stand strong, and I think it's going to make them a better team after this weekend. And when you face some opponents that are more evenly matched, then these type of games will give you confidence knowing you were able to weather the storm against Adrian moving forward.
Rushing up the ice was Bond. He sent that horizontally over for Smith. Cutting down low is Gajewski. He takes a hard shot that was blocked just in the nick of time. No look backhand pass was sent up by Hallett. Nobody there to receive the pass as we near the 1 minute mark in the first period.
Wonder if some of these Bulldogs players are going to go get a skate sharpening here at the first intermission. We've seen multiple players in yellow sweaters catch an edge and don't want to do that, especially as a defenseman.
No, you do not. A nice move there, breaking into the zone. And then an even better defensive play.
Max Finner, another defenseman that likes to get up on the rush. Saw some silky mitts from him there.
Here's Jammer, right side. Tried to center a feed over for Spate.
Penalty upcoming to Roosevelt. It was the hit on Jamer that tripped him up partially, and it's Nick Privatera who will be called for the penalty.
27 seconds left to go, first frame. Bulldogs will go on their power play for the next 2 minutes unless they can find the back of the net before then.
Yep, Nick Privatera, the defenseman. 2 minutes for interference. Puck was gone and still hit Justin Jamer, finished his check. Puck wasn't there any longer and also tripped him up a little bit to boot, so maybe a little bit of a trip.
DeJulo able to win that back towards Bond. Now with it is Smith. Saucer pass over. Bond once more fakes the shot. Smith looking in. He takes a shot and what a goal! Oh baby, that was a laser beam.
Perfect placement there from Connor Smith from the left side circle. Just working it around and bar down shot. That's not many goaltenders are able to save those kind of rippers.
Started with the pump fake by Dakota Bond. Made Roosevelt shift over. And an even better shot to follow up there by Smith. Adrian commanding with a 5-0 lead. 10 seconds left to go in this first period. Last second opportunity for the Lakers, centering it over. Shot wasn't able to be taken, but there's going to be another penalty called on this play.
It'll be a Bulldog going to the box. I think on the back check, one of the Lakers players was tripped up. That prevented the backdoor chance from occurring, and it's going to be a slash coming up to Ethan Clement. Those are the kind of penalties that you sort of permit as a coach, though, when you're trying to prevent a goal-scoring chance. So I imagine Astalos won't be too upset about that one.
Clement had his first goal of the game earlier in this period, likely his first collegiate tally. As he's in the box, the horn will sound, and that's going to be the end of the first period. Adrian dominating once again in this contest, out-shooting their opponent 18-7, up on the scoreboard at 5-0. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to ACTV. My name is Alex Herman, joined by Calvin Keys, and we'll be back with more coverage after these messages.
Crosses over, back onto the far side. Rips a shot, she scores!
What if you didn't choose to become an Adrian College Bulldog? Surely you would have carried on with your education and could potentially be graduating elsewhere. But what would you have the honor of greeting Bruiser on campus? Would you have had the privilege of working alongside faculty that know your name? Would you have had the opportunity to learn and grow in an environment that is seeking the truth and dignity in all people? Would you have had a creative learning environment that is supportive of challenging you and achieving excellence in your academics, but also your personal and professional lives? This has been Adrian College's promise to us. Just as our families have promised to love us unconditionally and support us through the many peaks and valleys of our lives, Adrian offered a similar promise to us when they realized our potential by asking us to join them. While we have been busy navigating the many what-ifs of our time, none of which we could have imagined, we have indeed found the cane that holds our ribbons of excellence at Adrian to stand strong. Strength and tradition. A tradition that carries on from graduating class to graduating class. A symbolic reminder of the leadership carrying the motto, no victory without work. The Adrian College class of 2021 can proudly proclaim that we have earned our ribbon of excellence for persevering through a pandemic because of our hard work. We have had to learn how to best navigate the many what-ifs in uncharted times. While some of the what-ifs have been answered, it is now up to each of us to embrace and navigate on our own. What if I take that job? What if I decide to continue on for postgraduate endeavors? What if I decide this? What if I decide that? No matter what, you'll be able to face your tomorrow knowing that you are a member of a pack, the Adrian College Bulldogs class of 2021.
Part of the family here at Adrian College are the friends we've made. These friends have gone to games with you, shared late night tales with you, explored downtown with you, and joked around with you at Ritchie. They were in the library with you at midnight studying for the 8 a.m. exam you forgot to study for. And they're there when you cried because you failed that exam. These friends are your new family members now. You will stay in touch with them forever, even if it's just liking their Facebook post about the new puppy they just got. Parents, family, and friends, we cannot thank you enough for everything you have done for us. Thank you for the support and the opportunity for this moment to graduate from Adrian College. You have helped us reach our dreams and goals in life. Congratulations, class of 2021. We finally made it.
Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. We're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes, as well as dozens of student organizations. Year after year, we've been ranked as one of the nation's best colleges, including being one of the most innovative institutions in the U.S. for our medical programs. Our campus is simply beautiful. Our student-to-faculty ratio is an incredible 13-to-1. That means more attention for you and a much better overall learning environment. We know how to put together an education that is life-changing, and these are just some of the highlights. From our communication arts program, to our many performing arts, to the home of business on campus, to our sciences and medical studies, we have the spaces where you can grow into the professional that you want to become. Our first-year student experience is award-winning. You'll make lifelong friends here, meet mentors, and maybe even meet that special someone. The Kane Student Center is open 24 hours a day, and there's a lot going on here. The Bulldog Beanery has all of your hot drinks. Pause and Go is our on-campus convenience store. The bookstore is where you'll get all of your Bulldog gear, and you can just hang out and study in the skyboxes. Not far away is the Shipman Library. The Shipman has quiet, relaxing spaces for you to study in. You can check out books from thousands of libraries around the country, and the Shipman is open 24 hours as well for your convenience. There are hundreds of learning opportunities on campus. In addition to the arts and beautiful facilities, Adrian College is known for its athletic programs. There is nothing like a Saturday game day here in Adrian. The Bulldog football team are 11-time MIAA champions. At Docking Stadium, fans watch soccer, lacrosse, football, and more. Just a few hundred yards away, Adrian College's basketball teams compete. In addition to basketball, fans can enjoy wrestling, acro and tumbling, and volleyball here. We also have a state-of-the-art weight room available to all of our students. When things heat up too much on campus, you can cool off with our ice sports. Our NCAA ice hockey teams are constantly battling in the national playoffs. Just a quick walk down the service drive, we feature one of the best baseball and softball programs in the nation at our level. Soon you'll be able to cross the street and watch men's and women's rugby take to the pitch as well. Our rowing, crew, and top-ranked bass fishing programs compete out of the Adrian College Boathouse, a gorgeous facility just a 15-minute drive north on Devil's Lake. Our students know how to relax in their downtime. When they're not out and about, we have dozens of housing options on campus. With apartments right in the mix of things, you can pick what works best for you. We've also recently renovated a few of our housing options. Adrian College is a Methodist-affiliated institution that has been changing lives since 1859. The modern liberal arts education offered by our faculty is unrivaled. We can't wait to have you on campus and show you around. Visit adrian.edu to schedule a full campus visit today. We'll see you soon.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is @Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here at Arrington Ice Arena as we continue this ACHA matchup between the visiting Roosevelt Lakers and your Adrian College Bulldogs. Once again, my name is Alex Herman, providing the play-by-play coverage for today's contest. Joined alongside me, Calvin Keys. We saw a lot of action so far in the offensive zone for the Bulldogs. They got busy, putting up 5 goals in just the first 20 minutes of play, outshooting their opponent 18-7.
Yeah, Bulldogs, 5 goals from 5 different players. Nash Hatcher got on the board at the 2:37 mark, assisted by Justin Jamer and Ethan Clement. At 5:41, Sebastian Smith got a tally, assisted by Nathaniel Motz. At 5:56, just a few seconds later, Ethan Clement scored an unassisted tuck. At 9:02, Dylan Gajewski got some help from Sam Spate and Sebastian Smith on his goal. And then finally, just a few seconds before the first period concluded, it was Connor Smith at the 19:42 mark, a power play goal, assisted by Dakota Bond with a nice hesitation move. You can see the stats on your screen right now. 1 power play goal at the end of the period for the Bulldogs. Also may note the 17 penalty minutes against Adrian. That came off of a hit to the head. We received clarification during the break against Tyler Feist, so his night is over. Bulldogs killed a 5-minute major, and now they have to kill another penalty for the next 2 minutes.
So we'll start 5-on-4 to begin the second period. We also do want to make a correction. We had a odd situation with one of the jersey numbers for Roosevelt. Currently in net for them is number 30, Stephen Ward Brown, and not Josh Brown.
Thing is, though, Stephen Ward Brown is not number 30 tonight. He's number 1. Due to I believe, an issue with the supply chain and the jerseys being delivered to Roosevelt. It's a long story. Regardless, it is Ward Brown instead of Brown.
We're happy we got clarification on that. In their own zone are the Lakers. With it is McNeish. He marches up, tried to start the rush, but he couldn't. Ultimately gloving it down, leaving it for Badak. Along the right side. Chip pass off the glass and into the left corner. Circling back with it. One-timer chance, that was fanned on.
Lakers applying some pressure early. You love to see it. They're not going to be deterred.
Always a good thing when you're on the power play to start getting some opportunities, especially with the way things are going for them in this game. Once again, though, Bulldogs penalty kill doing a fantastic job of getting pucks out of harm's way and controlling the pace of play.
I have to wonder if the power play Roosevelt had earlier on due to the major penalty to Tyler Fife helped them really settle in on the man advantage.
Breaking it into his own zone. 5 seconds left to go on the power play. Here's a breakaway, in, and he scores! Sam Spate. I believe that's going to be a shorthanded goal. Just as the play was ending.
Sebastian Smith threaded the needle through the stick of the Roosevelt defenseman to find Sam Spate, and that's how he was in all alone. Beautiful pass. I didn't think that one was going to make its way through, but Smith just pinpoint feed to Spate, who I believe went low to the left pad side of Ward Brown.
Bulldogs capitalizing on just about every opportunity that they find coming their way. It's 6-0. Adrian. 17:47 in the second period. Controlling the play was Mott. He sent a long one. Icing is waved off. Quick chance in front there, and that just goes wide to the glove side. Mott with it. Horizontal pass over, a long shot. Rebound chance in front. Scramble, and that's ultimately covered up and held by Ward Brown.
And going back to that goal that was scored by Sam Spade, it was a bit of a funny sight because Ethan Clement, who was serving the penalty for the Bulldogs, was released from the box at the same moment Spate scored, so we got to join the celebration.
Always a good time when you can get a couple of taps from your teammates get some good smiles all around.
Get to congratulate them for the successful penalty kill and the goal.
Jammer down low. Clement hit hard into the left boards. Up the ice come the Lakers. Near side. Cruz doing a good job of applying defensive pressure. Hatcher skies a long one. We'll get an icing on the play for a whistle.
Hatcher lobbed that one high in the air, and it almost worked out. Jamer was extremely close to winning the race. Thought it was going to hit one of those championship banners hanging above Arrington Ice Arena, but settled down and back in the Bulldog zone off of the icing.
It was a crafty play by Hatcher. Certainly a skilled player. If I were to guess, I'd say he might try that play once more to see if he can get that nice alley-oop, but we'll get an arm up on the play, a hooking call, and I think it's going to be against the Bulldogs.
I have to see hooking coming up, and instead it's going to be Max Finner and a Roosevelt sweater heading to the box. Interesting turn of events because the puck ended up in the net of Dylan Knighton, but it was after the whistle had blown, so no goal. And the score will stay at 6-0. Power play chance for Adrian coming up.
Draws one back by the Lakers. It rattles around the half wall. To Cesare, getting there just in time. DeJulo will send that back the other way. To Cesare, up at the point. Sent that over for Bond. Bond will get that once more. He takes a shot that goes wide to the glove side. Jammer fighting off of his man. Will send that down low. In chance, and they score! A power play goal for the Bulldogs. It was DeJulo in the slot. A great cycle play. As they find the back of the net once more, it's 7-0.
Really just what stands out for that goal again is the puck movement from down low into the corner, then net front, and it looks like Stephen Ward-Brown will be headed out. Coming on to replace him is Nick Kotz, senior out of Munster, Indiana.
Goaltending change, 16-19 left to go in the second period. Hard night for Ward-Brown. Not a lot that he could do. The applied offensive pressure by Adrian just doesn't stop.
Again, you're hard-pressed to make that save as a goaltender with that puck movement, and DeJulio, as soon as it's on his stick, it's right off of it and in the back of the net. Incredibly quick release from number 18. Nifty play through the legs by a Laker. That was Tanner Hallett with a bit of creativity.
Trying to get a shot on.
You know, those between the legs moves, those used to be something that we used to ooh and ah at, but it seems like those types of stick handles are kind of in the toolbox of every hockey player nowadays.
It's almost a norm at this point. You've seen a lot of the styles of play sort of shift from this hard-hitting aggression now to a lot of skill and strategy as the talent level just continues to rise. Keeping it in here is Overval. He looks for a chance on, and that just took a funny bounce.
How was that for a first save for Nick Kotz?
Toth with a nice move, looking towards the net, kicked out. A great move at the blue line, going inside out with the stick handle play. We talked about the skill of the players and some of the things they're able to do. Great example right there by Toth.
I think Adrian, why they're touted is, we'll get more on that in a moment. As I was saying, one of the reasons why I think Adrian is such a highly touted side in ACHA Division I is because they combine that high level of skill with also physicality and a bit of a gritty side to their game.
Down low is Thornton. Long pass up for Lindecker. Thornton once more on his backhand now. Fights off his man. A hard slap shot up from the point. And it's held by Nick Kotz.
Yeah, that was a great slap shot, but even better edge work in the neutral zone from Brody Thornton. He evaded a check. That's what you call a mohawk, where you open up both skates, and it allows you, with bit of a cleaner angle to glide by the opposition, and Thornton kind of threaded through, and that led to the offensive chance for Adrian.
Roosevelt looking to make something happen here. It was Gajewski trying to go with the quick stick handle. Couldn't find the timing. Tipped high out of the air. No whistle, and now we do for a high stick.
It's funny, Alex. It's always great to see those Mohawks, but that was definitely a shortcoming in my game when I played defenseman. I'm not the most flexible, so I had a hard time opening up. My younger brother Titus, who's playing travel hockey at North Star Academy in Minnesota right now, he is a much better skater than me, and in large part because he's able to open up those hips and perform those kind of Mohawk moves that just isn't quite within my range of possibility.
Certainly helps when you can apply it and make it work, but everybody has their own style. And as long as you're doing what you should be, here's Kleiman. A quick toe drag there, almost got around, but lost it at the last second. Mott sending that over, receives it back. A shot on, rebound in front. Scramble within the hash marks, taken out of the way and sent to the other side as Jammer made a nice open ice hit up in neutral ice.
Field over Steven Sullivan is another hard hit laid by Hatcher.
A lot of hard hits going back to back just about from every Bulldog on the ice.
You know, hard hits usually come in bunches. When there's one, you can predict that there's more to come.
Here's a 2-on-1 chance. Jammer sending it over. In front, and they score! What a passing play. Tic-tac-toe. It does not get any better than that.
I think that's exactly the way Coach Astalos draws it up in practice. You look at Jammer sliding across, and then Ethan Clemen with the final piece of the puzzle to make it 8-0 here. Hang that one in the Louvre. That was a beautiful goal, Alex.
It's all Adrian hockey.
It's all Adrian hockey all day, too. Triple header here on ACTV. After this one, Adrian men's D3 squad will take on Kent State, followed by a women's nightcap, women's D1 taking on Culver Academy, U18.
Be sure to tune into those games. They should be good. As we always bring the passion here at ACTV with the Adrian College Bulldogs.
I'll be on play-by-play for that 4 p.m. start and then be joining you back for color at 7 p.m. Looking forward to it, Alex. Nothing better than being at the Arrington Ice Arena on a Saturday afternoon.
Nothing better than that for sure. DeJulo will skate back to collect. Quick little backhand saucer pass. Cesare couldn't get a piece of it. But DeJulo with a backhander that was just wide towards the blocker side. DeJulo waiting for that pass up in the slot, looking to pick his spot there. Seems like the Bulldogs are trying to draw up some set plays here. Smith tried to make a quick move, but he couldn't find his correct lane.
That was a really nice poke check by Gage McNeish to shut down the toe drag play. That's really an underrated aspect of a defenseman's game, the stick work, and we saw it there from McNeish. Well timed.
Cruz able to get that out, but not far enough to get it out for the offsides. Coming the other way with it. Overval had that swatted away off the stick of Swigert. Here's Badak crossing the blue line, taken away from him and sent up for Thornton. He races up with speed, almost got it there as he neared the hash marks.
The versatility of Brody Thornton, that's a defenseman up there as the first man on the forecheck, Alex.
Absolutely amazing when you have all your players doing the jobs that you need them to do, even in the places where they're not supposed to be. Thornton showing they're not letting up, and they got a lot more gas left in the tank.
And that's just always cool to see and makes Thornton a valuable player. I think he's actually hopping up on offense for this shift. Looks like he's playing wing right now, so the knowledge of the game transcends a singular position. He's able to hop up on offense.
It is interesting to note with Thornton up on the wing, before he came to Adrian College, he was a natural forward and had never played defense until he got to school here in Michigan. As to where Astalos put him back on the blue line, and he's still just as effective as he was when he was on the O-line. That puck may have hit off the post there, took a funny bounce, just went wide glove side. Thornton down low in the corner, looking to set things up as he makes a nice move, fighting off a couple of Roosevelt players. A long shot on, that sails high over the crossbar.
Doesn't look like Brody Thornton skipped a beat.
Not at all.
Dominating possession down low.
Toff tried to send a hard hit, but he got reversed. Thornton once more with it. We'll dump that in and look for a change. Bouncing puck, as Kotz will have to hold on with the glove.
For those of you watching at home, that's not an easy thing to do at all, to switch from playing defense for the game yesterday and all of the first period, and then Coach Estalo says, hey, Thornton, you want to hop up on offense? One, I think sometimes it's fun to play it forward because you have some more goal-scoring prospects, but it's really hard to get accustomed to the breakouts and just where you need to be positionally in the O-zone.
Interesting to see how the game translates in many different ways, as here come the Lakers. Looking to start something was Sullivan, but he lost it like the many times we've seen before. Spade almost had a breakaway chance. Puck bounced a little bit too far ahead of him, and a good pad save there by Kotz.
I think there was one time in my forgettable high school hockey career where I got pushed up from defense to wing on the power play unit, and I think that only lasted about one shift, so that just tells you how difficult it is to make that adaptation.
Didn't go too well?
Not as well. I didn't do it as well as Brody Thornton's been doing it so far. I'll just put it that way.
Fair enough.
Let's move on.
Coming the other way is Spate. He drops that for Geiske. He takes a shot and he scores.
Calm, cool as you like. That was a casual finish for Gajewski. Picks it up in the slot and may as well put it in the back of the net, huh, Alex?
Can't really go wrong with that. Easy play there. We've seen him so many times before. Dylan Gajewski, the freshman out of Woodhaven, Michigan.
When you don't have the puck, the nature of the game is to take away time and space for your opponents, and Gajewski, all the time and space that he desired, and he makes no mistake going to the top left corner of the goal.
He's got such a great shot. Very quick release, comes off the stick. Definitely difficult as a goaltender to read, especially with the frustration running as high as it is.
Almost at about the 30-shot mark for Adrian, just 10 seconds past the halfway point in the hockey game.
9:50 left to go, second period of play here at Arrington Ice Arena in Adrian, Michigan. Bulldogs up promptly, 9-0. We'll get an arm up on the play, and it looks like it's going to be another power play for the Bulldogs. Not sure what the call was. We'll find out in just a second.
It's always the waiting game because none of the players on the team penalized want to make it obvious by going to the box. They'll wait for the referee to direct them that way. And Danny Bidzak will do the time, forward out of Bensonville, Illinois.
2 minutes up on the score clock. 5-on-4 chance once again for the Bulldogs. They've been pretty successful with their power play in this game so far. They look to do it again. Top of the circle is Smith. He lost control of it. Coming the other way was Finner. Lost that to Cesare. Now back in his own zone is Dakota Bond. He'll open up, patiently waiting for a lane. Sent that up for DeJulo. He gets there in time. We'll send that up for Smith. Now to Bond. Back to Smith. He soccers that onto his forehand. Bond. Back to Smith. Good cycle here. Bond just able to keep it in, and that one gets tipped off of the glove and sails a little high over the net. Great keep by Bond. Quick little shimmy shake there. Walking in with Smith. He scores! Another power play goal for the Bulldogs as they go up 10-0.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that's the second goal Connor Smith has scored tonight from that exact same spot. On his offside right-hander from the left side circle, and this time instead of shooting it to the blocker side of the goaltender, he went glove side, same end result.
Bulldogs firing on all cylinders tonight, hitting the spots that they want to, controlling the pace of play from the initial puck drop. Not a lot of space out there for the Lakers. Bulldog bench all standing up, seem to be having a great time with their teammates. And just to the left of them, the Lakers not having such a good time.
Brody Thornton, noted forward with the puck on his stick.
He makes a nice move, walking in, and that just hit off the goalie mask of Kotz. Toth over for Overall. Thornton, that shot was blocked. Overall once more for Nolan. Back to Toth, one-timer. Chance in front towards the face-off dot. Wasn't able to be put home. Waiting for a lane. That shot was taken off the blue line from Captain Sheldon Nolan and sailed high into the netting for a whistle.
Sheldon Nolan, as our public address announcer Goose Van Giesen said before the game during the starting lineups, is the pride of Richmond Hill, Ontario. Played for the Newmarket Hurricanes in the Ontario Junior Hockey League. He was the assistant captain last season, but bumped up to wearing the C. Plays a lot of big minutes, very even keel. He's a playmaker with great vision and really an anchor on that blue line for the team in yellow tonight.
We continue on. Lindecker with a shot, and that rings the iron. A quick riser from just the top of the circle. Hits the pipe and stays out. As we're over the 30 shot mark for the Bulldogs, hitting number 33. A low 9 for the Lakers.
Alec Lindecker just got rocked, and I think a penalty is going to come up to Nate Brown. Brown frustrated, and we'll see. I'm interested if there is a penalty being called or if it was just icing. Looks like it may have just been icing.
I believe that's what it is. Seeing some emotion from both benches, responding to some frustration were the Bulldogs, making sure that Roosevelt knows that they're there and that they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, it was confusing because Nate Brown, his hands came up really high on that hit and hit Lindecker in the face, so I thought surely a penalty was coming up.
2-on-1, centering feed over. Couldn't find the spot. We'll get an arm up on the play. The Bulldogs will go back to the power play.
Alec Lindecker, a smile on his face. Looks like he's public enemy number 1 right now as he's taken down again. Heading to the box again is Danny Bidzak. Second penalty tonight. And I think Lindecker, last weekend, he got in a bit of a scrap and was kicked out for a bit of a fighting altercation. Has a way of just getting under the skin of opponents. In this case, it'll help Adrian as they draw the power play.
Clement on the draw, wins it back. Hatcher, soft pass up as Mott will take control. Send that back over for McLaughlin. Good cycle here by the Bulldogs, horizontally for Mott. Mott diagonally down low. Short angle shot, and that's blocked and taken out of the way. Puck was sent out of the play. We'll get a whistle, 6:46 left to go in the second period.
I think our videographer, Reagan Petrowski, doing B-roll for the game tonight, almost got hit by the puck. Had to dodge that one as it was coming her way.
Got to make sure that you're being careful. Always have a head up. Never a safe place in between the benches there. For those familiar, we've seen before a couple of announcers at the professional level either almost get hit by pucks or actually hit by pucks, so happy that wasn't the case there.
I think former NBC Sports commentator Pierre McGuire has eaten a few pucks from that location through the years.
Not an easy thing to do.
It's not for the faint of heart being down there, Alex.
Not at all. McLaughlin fakes his shot. Will send that back to his D partner, Mott. Once more they have it down low. In the slot, back up to the point. McLaughlin controlling. Down low, short angle shot, and that almost caught the upper 90 of the crossbar, but keeping it out was Kotz. McLaughlin lost control of that pass. Bulldogs will have to restart. Coming down with it, a quick shot there, and it's held on by Kotz.
A couple of nice saves by Kotz. I'm sure, Alex, you noticed. He's doing a good job of coming out, taking away the angle, surged forwards there on the hard angle shot to take away the upper corner.
At this point, he's doing anything and everything he can do to try and keep these opportunities out. You do have to give credit to these Roosevelt goaltenders. They have played very, very well against an extremely strong team. It's never easy when you're not getting a lot of help, and certainly is frustrating.
Have to imagine they'll be hitting the ice baths tonight.
If they don't get a hamburger by every member of their team, they're being robbed.
Can you explain a little bit more about what you mean from that saying for those who may not be as familiar with the sport?
Well, in a tough game like this as a goaltender, obviously, you're not getting a lot of help. Things really aren't going your way. You're getting scored on every other couple of rushes. And you just need a little pat on the back by your teammates just to let you know that you have reassurance, that you're doing your job, you're doing the best you can, and they still have your back. Up at the blue line, it's Cruz. Down low right corner. Banks that off the referee as that slides around the cage.
I was confused when you said hamburgers. I was like, McDoubles, Baconators, what are we talking here?
You could go with anything. There's a lot of different options. Steak dinner, a hug. You never know. There's a lot of options.
Dylan Knighton, he's been good. Only faced 10 shots, but I think sometimes it's almost more difficult maybe to stay mentally engaged when you see a bit of a lack of action, and so far he's made 10 saves on 10 shots.
Absolutely. I'd say arguably it's just as difficult to stay in a low-shot, low-scoring game like this than it is to be on the receiving end when the action doesn't stop coming. Just because you have to stay focused the whole entire time, making sure that you're locked in just in case something happens. Gajewski tried to take a hard snapper. That was blocked as Mott will race back to get it, and he does. Up towards the blue line is Swigert. Quick move there, sends it around. Knighton able to stop that behind his goal crease, leaving it off for Mott. Mott bounce pass. Up and turned over in neutral ice. Coming back with it is Swigert.
What would you rate Dylan Knighton's goaltender setup out of 10? I mean, the all-yellow look, it's a bold move, but I think he's pulling it off.
It's a great look in my opinion, especially you got that custom logo from Brian's. Here's a breakaway chance. Smith in and a blocker save by Kotz. Great stop from the Roosevelt goaltender.
Nick Kotz conversely going with the blackout to counter the all-yellow look of Knighton.
Good goalie style all around. Here's Smith, a backhander. Spate with a shot, and that sailed high.
I would say I'm an old school guy, Alex. I love the all-white look with a little bit of highlights, but I love to see the innovation. The logos on Knighton's pads really stand out to me.
Here's another chance. That one rings the iron off the shot from Nolan. 2 posts in this period. Probably will be given a little love tap to it is Nick Kotz. Arm up on the play.
It's going to be a hook to DiGiulio.
Bulldogs will go on the kill here for the next 2 minutes. 2:57 left to go in the second period of play.
As a young kid, when I attended referee school, the big thing they said to look for was whether the player has their feet moving or if they're just reaching after the puck. And there you just saw DiGiulio reaching his stick away from his body and under the armpit of a Roosevelt player. Makes the referee's job pretty easy there. 2-minute minor for hooking. .257 to go in the second. 37-10 the shot advantage and 10-0 the goal advantage for the Bulldogs.
Adrian has done a pretty good job killing off the penalties that they've had so far, making it extremely difficult for zone entry for the Lakers. And a great example right there, a backhander chance up in front, was lost up in the air, but then it was settled down and handled by McNeish.
I think when Roosevelt has been able to find zone entries, they've got set up and generated some good chances. It's just a matter of getting into the offensive zone.
Here's a chance, breaking in, and a great save there by Knighton. Up at the blue line, almost turned over, kept in. Another shot was blocked off of the shin pad in front, I believe. Coming way out of his crease was Kotz.
Going for a nice little stroll there in the D zone.
Turning on the boards. Down low. As Nolan will get there in time. Far side corner. Up towards the top. 45 seconds left to go on the power play. We saw a good chance by the Lakers just a few moments ago. Top of the key, a shot, and it's held by Knighton. Quick whistle.
Knighton got some help with the early whistle there. Puck was still loose. I actually looked like he was glancing behind him to see if it trickled through, so a bit of a scary moment. But Knighton makes the stop.
Looked to me that he had it, and as the whistle was blown, I'm not really sure how it popped out, but it came out with a lot of force.
Wonder if one of the Roosevelt players maybe poked their stick in there discreetly.
It's very possible. Here's a shot from the point. In front. Puck battle ensuing as it's taken out of the way, but it's kept in. Brown with a shot. Knighton didn't seem like he had the vision on it. Luckily, it didn't find towards his way. Nate Brown with just a couple seconds left to go on the Roosevelt power play, nearing the 1 minute mark in the second period.
DeMarcy ran into the official as he was trying to cross the blue. A little bit of frustration from the Lakers player.
Spate, a quick backhander. 3-on-1 chance for the Bulldogs. Walking in, they score! It's DeJulo once more. Going 5-hole on the breakaway chance, putting the Bulldogs up 11-0.
Yep, looked like he put it right between the wickets on Nick Kotz, Mateo DiGiulio. I think that's multiple goals for him here tonight as we reach 11. Still another 20 minutes to be played. 46 seconds till the second intermission.
Be interesting to see how the rest of this game goes if things start to quiet down a little bit. But from the way things are looking, doesn't seem like Adrian wants to have the game go that way. Thornton, Overval, up top for McLaughlin. He takes a shot. That was put aside. Another great chance there, and a third chance was kept out by a sprawling Kotz.
Nick Kotz take a bow, scrambling out of his crease to make a bevy of stops. Started with the point shot from McLaughlin, came out on the doorstep for Lindecker. He's denied twice by Kotz, using every ounce of his padding to get in the way of that chance.
Extra effort award certainly will go to him there. Here's Thornton, down low, takes a shot. Holding his post very well there was Kotz as he denied that opportunity. Hitting the outside of the goal.
Textbook RVH, I think, right, to seal off the side of the net.
That one's going to be a VH. But props to Calvin there for actually
I was going
to
say, I'm not much of a goaltending expert, but I was trying my best.
That was the VH, the vertical hold, when you have your inside pad stacked up against the post. The RVH would be you have your outside pad just a little bit elevated on the ice and your skate blade
so that's
down.
when you're transitioning across the crease.
Yep.
Okay, now I know.
Always a good learning experience here on ACTV. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Alex Herman, joined alongside by Calvin Keys. We head into the third period. Bulldogs up 11-0, and we'll return back with some more coverage after these messages.
crosses over, back onto the far side. Rips a shot, she scores!
What if you didn't choose to become an Adrian College Bulldog? Surely you would have carried on with your education and could potentially be graduating elsewhere. But what would you have the honor of greeting Bruiser on campus? Would you have had the privilege of working alongside faculty that know your name? Would you have had the opportunity to learn and grow in an environment that is seeking the truth and dignity in all people? Would you have had a creative learning environment that is supportive of challenging you and achieving excellence in your academics, but also your personal and professional lives? This has been Adrian College's promise to us. Just as our families have promised to love us unconditionally and support us through the many peaks and valleys of our lives, Adrian offered a similar promise to us when they realized our potential by asking us to join them. While we have been busy navigating the many what-ifs of our time, none of which we could have imagined, we have indeed found the cane that holds our ribbons of excellence at Adrian to stand strong. Strength and tradition. A tradition that carries on from graduating class to graduating class. A symbolic reminder of the leadership carrying the motto, no victory without work. The Adrian College class of 2021 can proudly proclaim that we have earned our ribbon of excellence for persevering through a pandemic because of our hard work. We have had to learn how to best navigate the many what-ifs in uncharted times. While some of the what-ifs have been answered, it is now up to each of us to embrace and navigate on our own. What if I take that job? What if I decide to continue on for postgraduate endeavors? What if I decide this? What if I decide that? No matter what, you'll be able to face your tomorrow knowing that you are a member of a pack, the Adrian College Bulldogs class of 2021.
Part of the family here at Adrian College are the friends we've made. These friends have gone to games with you, shared late night tales with you, explored downtown with you, and joked around with you at Ritchie. They were in the library with you at midnight studying for the 8 a.m. exam you forgot to study for. And they're there when you cried because you failed that exam. These friends are your new family members now. You will stay in touch with them forever, even if it's just liking their Facebook post about the new puppy they just got. Parents, family, and friends, we cannot thank you enough for everything you have done for us. Thank you for the support and the opportunity for this moment to graduate from Adrian College. You have helped us reach our dreams and goals in life. Congratulations, class of 2021. We finally made it.
Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. we're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes, as well as dozens of student organizations. Year after year, we've been ranked as one of the nation's best colleges, including being one of the most innovative institutions in the U.S. for our medical programs. Our campus is simply beautiful. Our student-to-faculty ratio is an incredible 13-to-1. That means more attention for you and a much better overall learning environment. We know how to put together an education that is life-changing, and these are just some of the highlights. From our communication arts program, to our many performing arts, to the home of business on campus, to our sciences and medical studies, we have the spaces where you can grow into the professional that you want to become. Our first-year student experience is award-winning. You'll make lifelong friends here, meet mentors, and maybe even meet that special someone. The Kane Student Center is open 24 hours a day, and there's a lot going on here. The Bulldog Beanery has all of your hot drinks. Pause and Go is our on-campus convenience store. The bookstore is where you'll get all of your Bulldog gear, and you can just hang out and study in the skyboxes. Not far away is the Shipman Library. The Shipman has quiet, relaxing spaces for you to study in. You can check out books from thousands of libraries around the country, and the Shipman is open 24 hours as well for your convenience. There are hundreds of learning opportunities on campus. In addition to the arts and beautiful facilities, Adrian College is known for its athletic programs. There is nothing like a Saturday game day here in Adrian. The Bulldog football team are 11-time MIAA champions. At Docking Stadium, fans watch soccer, lacrosse, football, and more. Just a few hundred yards away, Adrian College's basketball teams compete. In addition to basketball, fans can enjoy wrestling, acro and tumbling, and volleyball here. We also have a state-of-the-art weight room available to all of our students. When things heat up too much on campus, you can cool off with our ice sports. Our NCAA ice hockey teams are constantly battling in the national playoffs. Just a quick walk down the service drive, we feature one of the best baseball and softball programs in the nation at our level. Soon you'll be able to cross the street and watch men's and women's rugby take to the pitch as well. Our rowing, crew, and top-ranked bass fishing programs compete out of the Adrian College Boathouse, a gorgeous facility just a 15-minute drive north on Devil's Lake. Our students know how to relax in their downtime. When they're not out and about, we have dozens of housing options on campus. With apartments right in the mix of things, you can pick what works best for you. We've also recently renovated a few of our housing options. Adrian College is a Methodist-affiliated institution that has been changing lives since 1859. The modern liberal arts education offered by our faculty is unrivaled. We can't wait to have you on campus and show you around. Visit adrian.edu to schedule a full campus visit today. We'll see you soon. Spaces.
rolled over to second. Wood is there, throws it over to first, and the Bulldogs are going to the NCAA tournament as the MIAA tournament champions. The dog pile ensues beyond the mound.
One shot, now the future is yours. Go! Yeah, I was building on a lecture. Verses coming daily under pressure. Working on the plot and the scheme. The true style trademark is at the edge of your dreams. I'm talking one shot for the kill. The breeze cut, freeze up, straight dropping the chills. I'm talking taking over pieces and shares. A bomb break sky high. Check the movement is here. Yeah. It's one heart, one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here at Arrington Ice Arena in Adrian, Michigan, as we get set to resume the action of this ACHA matchup. My name is Alex Herman, happily joined alongside by Calvin Keys. Things certainly were heating up in the second period for the Bulldogs as they took a commanding 11-0 lead after 40 minutes of play.
Yeah, 6 more goals for the Bulldogs in that second period. Run through them right now. The 159 mark, Sam Spate, assisted by Sebastian Smith. The 341 mark, Mateo DiGiulio, assisted by Connor Smith and Justin Jamer. At 620, Clemen from Nash Hatcher and Justin Jamer. And 10:03, Dylan Gajewski, assisted by Sam Spate. 11:01, Connor Smith, assisted by Dakota Bond. And again, leaving it late, the Bulldogs at 19:14, DiGiulio unassisted. And then you take a look at the stats on your screen right now. Again, shots heavily tilted in Adrian's favor, 43-12 advantage. Scored on both of their power plays, so the man advantage unit humming for Adrian tonight. And yeah, Roosevelt netminders hard pressed, having to make a lot of saves, but with a great volume of shots, a lot of them are bound to go in.
Not a lot you can do there. Adrian continuing like normal to apply as much pressure as possible. Be interesting to see how this last 20 minutes of play turns out. So we'll take to the ice. Players at center ice getting set for the opening draw of this third period. Puck is dropped, off to the races we go. Possession gained by the Lakers. Coming in, a long shot just rattled around to the blocker side of Knighton. Coming away with it is DeCesare. A long shot there was shouldered aside. Smith in between the hash marks, almost gotten his shot off. Another chance there. It's kicked aside. Bond fakes his slap shot. We'll look towards the low left corner. Swatting away for it. Smith coming away with possession. DeCesare over for Bond. He takes a long shot and they score. A great shot there by Bond off the blue line. Believe it was going to be tipped in front by DiGiulio. We'll get the replay in just a second.
Love to take another look at that one. Definitely looked like it changed direction off the stick of DiGiulio. And if that's the case, I think that's a hat trick for the Bulldogs winger.
A great night for him, indeed. Smith trying to backhand it through his legs. Didn't have a handle on it. Lakers will look to restart.
This will be interesting because if you tuned into our broadcast where we hosted Trine last week, Connor Smith, I was adamant that he got a tip for the hat trick, but they didn't give it to him. So we'll see if they give it to DiGiulio.
Interesting to see what happens on that stat. Continuing on, up at the blue line, a long shot. A rebound chance that just hit the outside of the net there. Another chance in front, scramble for it, and now it's covered by Knighton as he holds on, sprawling on his stomach to make sure that he got on top of it.
Best chances of the game for Roosevelt, as the final opportunity was from Danny Bidzak. Got the feed from down low from Max Finner, and just in that interesting position where the puck is in your skates, can't quite find it. Very, very close for Roosevelt to score their first goal of the game. Another shot that went off the side of the net, so close calls for Knighton.
Up at the blue line, coming away with it. 2-on-1 chance here for the Bulldogs. Walking in, and that sails wide towards the blocker side.
Kotz has shown great prowess with the blockers so far tonight.
Clement, odd man rush, was just stopped towards the Roosevelt bench. Quick D-to-D pass there. Lakers trying to get something, a nifty little move there from Max Finner as he comes down the right wing. He takes a shot, another chance, and that's gloved and held by Knighton. Couple of quick scoring opportunities early in this third period of play for the Lakers, showing a little bit of life there.
Yeah, it's a really good sign for the Lakers. I think their head coach, Billy Carr, he's never going to let his team give up. He wants them to continue to fight. And he's had success at his previous stops at Robert Morris, Illinois, Took a ACHA D3 team all the way to the national semifinal in 2011, has coached at the high school level as well. So he has a history of building winning programs. So I think, honestly, things are only going to look up from here for Roosevelt, as he just has a way of building a culture with a group of young men, and I imagine he'll do the same at Roosevelt as he continues his tenure.
I agree with that. Moving on, Cruz tried to take a shot, but he just fanned on it. Good extra effort to try and hold on to possession, but he lost it at the last second. Coming the other way is Lukowski.
That's just an instance where you have to get that puck deep, especially if you don't have teammates with you. You can't stop just inside the blue line, because it's almost certainly going to be a turnover, and you lose that O-zone possession.
Up top, Nolan, over, shot on. That just sails wide. Once more with it, Nolan taking a long wrister. And it was chested down by Kotz, held for the whistle.
Nick Kotz, I think his blocker is a puck magnet. I mean, usually I think shooters tend to lean towards the blocker side because there's typically a bit more space available there, but maybe you start going to the glove hand of Kotz because he's put together a slew of nice blocker saves.
We definitely have seen a lot of opportunities go towards that right shoulder of Kotz. Be interesting to see if the Bulldogs adjust their strategy. They have scored in many other areas so far in this game. Still up 12-0, 16:34 left to go in the third period. DeJulo will go below the cage as he looks to restart the rush. Toth has it, sent it up. DeJulo will get the pass. He walks in, taking a long shot. That goes high and wide. DeJulo once more, sticked aside by Kotz into the far side corner.
I really like the aggressiveness from Dylan Medital, the Roosevelt defenseman, on the forecheck, but you have to be careful when you pinch because it can really open up the ice the other way, and that's why there's almost a 2-on-1 for Adrian. Have to really pick your moments to step up in that sort of fashion.
Wide side in the offensive zone for the Lakers. Walking in, taking a shot. That was blocked and soccer kicked by Mott before it reached goaltender Dylan Knighton. McLaughlin tipping that out of the air. A swift backhander by Smith. Sent down low to the left corner. Here's a 3-on-2 chance here for the Lakers. Taking a shot, kicked aside, rebound in front, cleared out of the way just in the nick of time. A great save there by Knighton. Certainly his busiest period so far, just about 5 minutes in. Seen a couple of shots pretty early and quickly.
Whew, what a move that was, entering the zone for Chase Caravella.
Puck sails high, almost touched the netting. No whistle though. Stays in play. Right corner.
It's always amazing to watch these players. When they have virtually no angle, they can still pull it across past the defenseman.
Great skill indeed. Spate will send a lofted dump in. We'll get a line change out for the Bulldogs. Seems like they're making their shifts a little bit quicker as two Roosevelt players just ran into each other there. I believe that's Swigert as well as Leskowski. Hatcher on his backhand. Now up for Clement. Over for Cruz. That was speared away from him. Clement giving a good effort to make sure that he regains possession, but it was taken away by the Lakers. Now coming the other way is Bidzak. As Cruz was sent hard down into the ice. Jammer rings that around the half wall. Up for Nolan. He sends it back down low the same way. Here's Hatcher spinning around, making a nice nifty move there. Moved back over. Hatcher once more with it. He sends a cross crease pass. Nobody there to tap it in. Nolan back towards his blue line, restarting the rush. Hatcher, soft dump in. He'll skate off. Get some fresh legs. Thornton moved to forward at this point in the game, normally on defense for the Bulldogs. As he stops, comes the other way, breaks over the blue line, taking a long shot. And that's gloved and held by Kotz.
Kotz can save it with the blocker and the glove. Taking pretty much all those high shots out of the air. Really, he's done a much better job because Adrian's doing a really excellent work when it comes to crashing the net and finding the rebound. So when he's not allowing a rebound or sending it wide to the corners, it really helps his team out.
Nolan had it up top. Once more, he sends it over. Quick face pass. Overall sent that on. Kicked out of the way in the slot. Hallett sent that in. Hit off the boards, forcing Knighton to cover up. A little scrum there. Couple laughs and smiles from both sides. We'll stop play, 12:33 left to go. Third period here at Arrington Ice Arena in Adrian, Michigan.
It's a party in the AIA right now, Alex.
It is a party in the AIA.
The Arrington Ice Arena, that is, up 12-0. All positive so far for Adrian.
Back with it towards his own blue line. Now heading up the ice with speed. A long shot that's set high over the glove side of Knighton. Having to stay honest in this game, making a couple of pretty solid saves only a few minutes into the third. Here's a chance, centering it over. It's broken up by Thornton. A one-timer kicked aside, rebound chance, and it wasn't able to be put home.
It's been that kind of night. Griffin Lehetz, if he had been able to shoot that first time, might have scored.
Here's Thornton coming the other way, making a nice move there, breaking in, and couldn't find the last second shot. Another chance in front, off the mask, and what a save! But it goes in. Kotz took a hard one off the face mask and then followed it up with a beautiful rebound glove save, but an unlucky bounce for him. Thornton, with the rebound chance, was able to put that home to put the Dogs up 13-0. 11:39 left to go in the third period.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a thankless job, as you know, as a goaltender. Kotz working so hard, made many good saves throughout the night, again right there, and just eventually Adrian with a variety of approaches to the goal, and finally got it into the net. 13-0.
It's almost a football score at that point. Smith has it. Drops that over for DeCesare.
See if they can find their second extra point here, Alex.
It could be coming. We'll see if they can get it. Bond will send a long one, tipped in front. DeJulo will try and get it. Wasn't fast enough to pick that up for a shot, but it's kept in by Cruz. That goes over the left shoulder of Kotz. Bond, fake pass, sending it low. Broken up momentarily, but picked up by DeCesare. Good applied pressure by the Bulldogs, as this puck was ultimately forced out, taken away, and a big hit there. It neutralized, and a second hit followed up by Bond. Things could start to heat up here. Saw 2 quick hits and a little bit of retaliation sent back the Bulldogs' way. Your hope at this point in the game is everybody stays a little level-headed to try and not let things get out of hand. But it'll be interesting to see how this progresses.
Still a lot of time left in this one.
51-17 is the shot differential in favor of the Bulldogs. A Spate sent it over on sides is Geiske.
I think Kotz got a little bit of help from his butt end there on that save. As a goaltender, is that intentional, or are you guys just claiming those as save? I don't know. How much do you think he knew about that save?
I'm going to say that's a goalie secret and probably won't reveal that on air. But you can definitely take a guess. Face-off won by the Bulldogs.
You know what? If it goes off a piece of your gear and you end up getting attributed the save, why not take credit for it?
Exactly. A save's a save. If they put it down as a tally on the score sheet, it counts. So can definitely take credit for that.
As a former defenseman, I think we should start getting credited for saves instead of block shots.
That might be a good stat. How many defensive saves that you have in a season or in a game. Obviously, you get the credit for the block shot, but it just comes up as a block shot. Be interesting to see if you could give a good stat category of how many block shots you have for a block shot save percentage.
Although I think it would only count as a save if the shot is going on goal, so it's a little bit different. Sometimes it's tough to tell from far out.
That is true.
Block shots, it's not a job that you get a lot of glory for, but certainly useful, and Lakers have had to soak a bunch of them tonight.
Has to be done. Always helping the goaltender out when you can to make sure that the shot doesn't get close to the goal crease.
It's interesting because I feel like you have to walk that fine line between getting in the shooting lane, as it's a penalty check from behind on Nolan onto Tanner Hallett, so it's going to be a cross check, I believe, for Nolan. They'll be on the penalty kill. What I was going to say is, how do you toe the line between blocking a shot, coming out to cut out the angle, and screening your own goaltender?
It's definitely difficult. Obviously, you got to have good communication between your netminder and your defenseman. You have to be on the same page at all times, because sometimes you might want to take the shot as a goalie. Sometimes you might want the shot to be blocked. So, got to stay on your toes. Make sure that everybody's on the same page.
Pretty much a judgment call, isn't it?
One of those last-second things. There's a power play opportunity for the Lakers as a shot was taken on. Gloved and held by Knighton. He's been strong so far in this game. 8:56 left to go in the third period.
Sheldon Nolan in the box right now for 2 minutes due to cross-checking, as I think that puck went up into the netting. A reminder, after this one concludes, 4 p.m. puck drop for Adrian men's ACHA Division III as they take on Kent State in their first game of the season.
Up at the blue line, quick stutter step there by Finner. He made a nice move. Once more up at the point, knifed away, sent down the length of the ice by Hatcher.
As of right now, it's just going to be me on play-by-play solo for that Kent State game. Might have to, I don't know, try to bribe Alex to join me with some big boy or something. I don't know.
We'll have to see.
Homework comes first.
Homework does come first.
Alex Herman, not only a weapon on the ice, he's also a weapon in the classroom. So get your priorities straight.
I appreciate that, Galvin. 1 minute left to go on the power play for the Lakers. Looking to make something happen here. Up at the top, it's Bizak. He lost it. Almost a breakaway opportunity. Quick little toe drag there. Lindecker looking for it once more. Good back check from Lindecker, looking to break up the play there momentarily, and he does.
Got some music playing over the speakers in the middle of the play.
It's almost like a basketball game. Be interesting to see how the players would react to that. A long shot was sent on. Up at the center ice red line. Knighton having to hold it on. Was deciding whether to play it or not. He elected to keep it within his goalie mitt.
I got to ask, Alex, in terms of goalies playing the puck, have you ever been able to get an empty net goal? I know that's every goalie's dream.
I have not. I got close once. It was a number of years ago. It's something that's a very rare occasion, extremely difficult to pull off, even more difficult to find the actual opportunity to get the go-ahead to do it.
Yeah, I know it's extremely rare. Only see one or two a season in the NHL, if you're lucky, as Nolan will return to the ice. But I feel like that is the ultimate flex if you could say that you scored a goal as a goalie. I feel like that's just the coolest thing ever.
It certainly is. Clement sent that the other way. We're going to get a whistle on the play for a penalty. Bulldogs will go back to the power play. A slashing call awarded to the Lakers.
More special teams practice for Adrian. Practice the penalty kill. Now they'll get a shot at the power play and see if they can make it a 2-touchdown lead here with 6:51 to go in the game. Heading to the box right now is Griffin Lehetz, sophomore out of Duluth, Minnesota. Speaking of Duluth, I can't wait until NCAA Division I gets started up. I mean, I'm looking forward to watching. That's always a good game between Minnesota Duluth and the University of Minnesota. Big Ten hockey, NCHC hockey, but pales in comparison to the ACHA hockey that we're watching right now.
Quick cycle starting up as Mott lost a handle on his edges. 2-on-1 chance here for the Lakers. Breaking in, and it's stopped by Knighton.
Ooh, speaking of hamburgers, Mott might have one for Dylan Knighton after he caught an edge. I've been in that scenario before. That's probably the worst possible place to lose your footing, but it happens sometimes. Unfortunate for Mott, but luckily they emerge unscathed.
Not an easy feeling to hold on to as Thornton comes away with it. Takes a wrister, rebound chance in front. Looking for it is Lindecker. He sent that up the half wall for Toth. A little give and go, a chance there. Great tip by Thornton, one-handed that backhand. Not sure how he got a handle on it, but he did.
You've seen the Forsbergian one-hander. How about a Forsbergian one-handed tip?
Sprawling in the crease.
Roosevelt loves to use the stick lift in front of the net, as they're being reminded right now by the Adrian team. 5:47 left to go in the third period. Perhaps the best chance of the game for Roosevelt as they walked in. Dylan Knight somehow making the save, sprawling out. Technique goes out the window on those kind of stops. Just get in the way of the puck.
Absolutely. Use the size of the equipment to your advantage. McLaughlin up at the point. Center to feed over for Overval. A rebound chance was almost put home.
I don't think that's a save that gets made if it's the 1990s. The equipment has vastly expanded since then.
McLaughlin holding, looking for that perfect shooting opportunity. Cruz sent it over. Play was broken up on a miscalculation on the pass, but the Bulldogs will re-enter the zone as they lost it once more. In the skate of Cruz, wasn't able to hold on. Lakers will look to kill off the last couple seconds of the Adrian power play. A great little move there.
That was a couple of moves. Couple of moves for Cade Swigert.
Be interesting to see if he can translate that towards the other end of the ice. But a good, nifty little move there. Arm up on the play. We'll get a whistle. Another penalty being called here. A tripping call. I believe it's going to be against Overval.
And that's a sad occurrence for Henrik Overval because he was the Lady Bing Trophy winner, if you will, for Adrian last season. Didn't take a single penalty. And now he has 2 minutes to his name in his college career. Was hoping for a repeat performance this season, but still, you know, hopefully Overval can continue his good discipline moving forwards. He's such an asset to this team because typically he has such an ability to stay out of the penalty box while still playing hard-nosed hockey and pressuring the puck.
I'm sure the coaching staff won't be frustrated with him at all. Late in this game, you're up by a lot, not too much to worry about. A one-timer sent on, and that's held by Knighton. Some fisticuffs up in front of the crease. Looks like Knighton making some adjustments to his mask. Don't know if he caught it in a awkward spot or maybe one of his straps just popped off. Seems to be okay, so we're always happy to see that.
And you know what? We have a bit of a break in the action. I just want to shout out our great crew tonight. Obviously, Alex Herman with Calvin Keys here, Andrew Black directing, Kyle Plesha running the camera, carrying the stream on his back. So great crew that we have this afternoon. It's been a pleasure to work with them.
Always a fun time here at ACTV. Walking into the zone was McNeish. Pass off the target. Getting it over is Finner. He looks towards the blocker side of Knighton. Once more, it's McNeish. Good cycle here for Roosevelt. Looking below the red line. Sent down to the ice. Opportunity up at the point.
It looks like the Cesare's hurt. He's still down in the corner. Hope he's all right. Need to get a whistle as Nolan touches up. Having some trouble putting weight on that right leg, but
never a good sight to see a player in pain from either side. Hope he's okay.
Yeah, and last night Brendan Stanko was the one who kind of got up gingerly after a shift and headed out to the dressing room. Not in the lineup tonight, so yeah, hopefully the Cesare's all right. Need to have all hands on deck as the season only just getting started for the Adrian Bulldogs ACHA men's D1 team.
57 seconds left to go on the power play for Roosevelt. That was shot sky high as it was tipped off a stick in front.
Not just out of play, but over the net as well. That's the kind of height that one had behind it. Luckily, it evaded the video board. That might have left a mark.
Walking in with a shot was Brum. Knighton able to hold on once again. Certainly his busiest period in this game. Seen just about 10 shots so far.
Yeah, I think a big part of that is because some of the penalties that Adrian has taken. Need to play a bit better disciplined. Seen a lot of special teams on both sides of the equation. Bulldog player in the box for another 42 seconds before we return to even strength.
Draw tied up on the left circle. Picked up, sent the length of the ice. Off the stick of Nash Hatcher. Stopped behind his crease was Kotz. Spinning off of his man was Brown.
Next game for these Adrian Bulldogs will be this following Thursday at 7:30 p.m. as they challenge Michigan Dearborn.
Certainly a fiery rivalry between those two teams, both Michigan natives.
Both in close proximity as well. Dearborn is just about an hour away.
I believe also Michigan Dearborn, another ranked team in the preseason. Not as high up as Adrian, but still on that list. A great move there. Overval has it. That was sent on. Rebound chance looking for the wraparound, but it's sent up top. McLaughlin has it over. Sent it for Bond. He looks towards the net, taking a shot that hit off of his skate. McLaughlin once more fakes the slap shot pass. Top of the circle, shot on. Kicked aside by Kotz. Michigan move there, almost was pulled off. Would have been interesting to see if he got that. Another chance lost in translation towards the top of the circle.
You could see the wheels turning for Clemmen, but pretty tough move to pull off, especially on stale ice here late in the period. Clemmen and a Laker getting tied up as Clemmen knocked to the ground by Zach Brum. Brum delivering a right jab that knocked Clemmen onto his backside. Lindecker joining. He speared Brum there down low. Have to think that's going to be a penalty against Lindecker.
Lindecker, one who's sure never to back down. We saw in the opening game against Trine, he got into an altercation. I believe it was in the second period.
Oh, there goes Lindecker.
I don't think they're going to give him any major penalty for that. I think it's just a formality thing. It's late in the game.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Conversation's going to continue here in the box between Brum and Clemmen. Minute 51 left to go in the third period. Talked about Adrian's upcoming schedule. For Roosevelt, they are going to take on Eastern Michigan for a 2-game series next Friday and Saturday, so they'll continue to face Michigan opponents. And they'll stay playing in the state of Michigan. Still words being exchanged.
It's getting fiery in the box right now.
Somebody needs to tell Tyler Clemmen this is a family show.
Got to keep it PG here on ACTV. This was sent hard around the boards. 5-minute power play for the Lakers, even though just about a minute 38 left to go in the third final period. Mott had a good block shot there. So he'll get to it first, sending it the other way, and the length of the ice to kill some time.
And it is a major penalty up on the board. Don't know if we already mentioned that, but Bulldogs will be shorthanded for the rest of this game as Lindecker given the 5-minute penalty, and since those penalties do not expire after a goal is scored against, regardless of what happens, Lindecker is gone for the rest of the night, and that's why he headed out the tunnel. Wasn't an ejection or anything like that, I don't think. The penalties between Clemmen and Brum offset, so I think it's a case where in 2 minutes' time they'll be released from the box, but due to the trajectory of the game, they'll stay in there for the remainder.
Spate with a shot that got tipped off the stick on the release by Brown. Under a minute to play, third period. Bulldogs, continuous offensive pressure, keeping them deadlocked, up by 13.
And Kotz giving his defenseman Nate Brown a bit of a tap on the back after making that nice play to get in the lane and prevent the shot from Spate from trickling through. Final minute of play now.
Roosevelt looking to make something happen late in this game. Up at the blue line. Centering it over for Swigert. Taken out of the way. Shot coming over. That just goes high and into the netting. Under 30 seconds left to play here at Arrington Ice Arena.
13-0 the score. Lots of goals for Adrian so far. I think they might have some of the leading scorers in ACHA Division I after these first 2 weekends of play. Just with the pure nature of the score lines they've been able to generate.
It's what you love to see as a coach, is that shot was hard and kicked aside by Knighton. Another opportunity up at the top of the face-off circle. Moved out of the way. Looking to kill some more time off the clock. Last second opportunity. Off the glass, out of the zone, and it's a weekend sweep and a pair of shutouts for the Bulldogs. Today it's Dylan Knighton stopping all 25 shots sent his way as he helps his team get to a 13-0 win. What a great game that was.
Bulldogs stay hot with another massive victory. Just a reminder again, ACHA men's D3 play. Adrian taking on Kent State at 4 p.m. and then women's D1 team of Adrian College will face Culver Academy at 7. Stay with us on Adrian College TV for the rest of the afternoon slate. It was a pleasure calling this game with you, Alex. Fun one to watch. Lots of offensive firepower for Adrian.
Likewise, Calvin. Always awesome to be on here broadcasting on ACTV. From everybody at home, we hope you're doing well. Enjoy the rest of your day. Certainly tune in to the other games that we have going on for Adrian College today. Should be a couple of good ones that we have broadcasting here for you. Once again, my name is Alex Herman, joined by Calvin Keys. Thank you for tuning in here on ACTV, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the 2021 to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee in Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.